These ninjas make me think that pumpers are better than tumblers. I'm Sam.
I can make you a very rich man. You are completely dispensable, you piece of shit! I'm Jackie.
The dog's name was Ransom. I'm Justin, and this is Strike Commando 2 on Sticker Madness. Hello, welcome to Sticker Madness, a podcast about bad movies by bad movie lovers for bad movie lovers. I'm your host, Justin. With me are always Sam and Jackie. This week on the show, Reb Brown stars... No, dang it, not Reb Brown. Brent Huff stars in the sequel to my last pick, Strike Commando 2, currently streaming on Amazon Prime from 1988. Sam, what's a commando?
It's like a guy, I don't know.
It's a guy!
I don't really know what commandos
It's
are.
a guy!
It's a guy, right?
But at what point in this movie they say, well, it's good that you joined up with the other strike commandos. They're not commandos! If you join up with them, they cease becoming commandos!
Is commando and strike used in conjunction, like, redundant?
Yeah, right. Like, infiltrator, penetrator.
Also, they're like commando. What does that even mean? Because there's like commanders and commandees.
Yeah.
And if they're doing what they're told, they're more commandees.
Commando, Sam, is actually where you don't wear any underwear.
Right. Of course. If you're Hispanic and you're a female infiltrator, are you a commanda?
Or a commandecia?
Oh, that's a good one, too. Commando.
Sounds more fun.
Commanderita.
I'd like to have a commanderita right now.
It sounds like a big mug of something that's going to kill you.
It's a margarita without a glass. You just dump it on you.
It's sticky. Okay, Sam, tell us about Strike Commando 2.
The story here is that Bruno Mattei and Claudio Fragasso had a camera.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's usual.
So IMDb will have you believe that this was shot concurrently with Claudio Fragasso, who of course is the Troll 2. Mm-hmm. His film, which was billed most markets as Zombie 4, but it's called After Death.
Okay.
That they only had one camera, and so they're both directors of both movies and uncredited, but I read a little bit more between the lines, and I would say that this was actually shot concurrently with that, Born to Fight, and Cop Game. At least, if not, probably trailing into when Reb Brown gets done with his Shannon Tweed movie and shows back up in the Philippines and they do Robo War.
Okay. All right.
Because that's the only reason he's not in this, is that they were already, he had a bigger deal going on, I guess, or something. And Huff was already doing these other two movies with him, so why not? But the reason I can kind of look to that is that Luciano Pigozzi, Claudio Fragasso is an actor. He doesn't have much of a part in this one. Werner Porchath, John Van Drielen, Romano Pupo are all in all of these movies, all 5 of them. They're all done in 88. Mm-hmm. It just lines up that where is the beginning of one of these and the end of another one? You've got Huff in 3 of them, and then Mary Staven, who's the female lead in this, is also in Born to Fight. And then you have Candace Daly in Cop Game and After Death, which would line up where you're going to allow your regulars to do their regular thing. You've got Brent Huff willing to do 3 movies at once in his own stunts, or at least in like a flow of, you know, you're talking about when's which one getting shot, when's which one not getting shot. You're shooting every day. And you got a guy willing to do it, right?
When you take my worry is that when you're doing that many things subsequently and you're not fucking Spielberg or even Cameron Crowe, you're taking the reel off the goddamn camera and you're labeling it. And what if you're confused about what movie you fucking work on, and all of a sudden the fucking reel goes to the editor and he's like, hey, what am I supposed to do with this?
If you're already working for Bruno, you've been doing that the whole time. And then he's going to be like, steal some explosions from other movies and don't tell anybody.
Or sequences from other movies.
I couldn't tell where the music came from. It
Oh,
didn't
it's
seem
so
like it
bad.
was stolen.
So bad.
But it's bad because it probably wasn't stolen, but I bet he's used the same music for probably 4 movies.
It's not just bad, it's way inappropriate for what is transpiring on screen.
Yeah, that's why I was like, this is probably something that he got originally or has actually the rights to, and because of that, he's recycled it a little too heavily. Because it doesn't work here. And then I think I mentioned that, Candace Daly is in 2 of the movies. So that would line up that Brent Huff can do some heavy lifting, and then you want to not kill your actresses, so you split them up.
Okay. All right.
What's interesting is that Claudio has come out of a long hiatus, not really of doing stuff. He's kind of been a little bit busy, little tinkers, shorts here and there. But he did a writer-director effort in 2022.
Oh, okay. All right. What's that called?
It's called Karate Man, and it's definitely worth checking out.
And it's feature length.
Yes,
Okay.
and it's got a new up-and-coming or has been around not doing amazing things this whole time Italian martial arts star.
Okay.
Also named Claudio.
Okay.
Different guy.
Claudio
De Soto or something.
Yeah,
It looks like he looks like every picture he's taking is like, take it, Van Damme.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You're like, and Claudio and Fagrasso did this. I'm going to have to give it a whirl.
Yeah, no. He was really upset about Troll 2. Like, I guess everybody's seen the documentary by this point, but he wasn't real happy with not the backlash, but like he was like, take this movie seriously. And we're like, we can't.
It's the whipped cream Jello snack from Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Oh, it's a joke.
I can't figure out why Richard Harris is in this movie.
Which
why
one
would
is
he be in this movie?
Richard Harris is the bad guy, Jackie. You've seen him in 1,000 other movies. I'm trying to think of what Richard Harris movie is good.
Tons of them.
Like, name one. Like,
The Field is one of the best movies I've ever seen in my life.
The Field's good, yeah.
He was in Indiana Jones.
He
Was he?
wasn't.
I don't think
he was, honey. Yeah.
He's played King Arthur about 15 times.
Yeah, I mean, I like Richard Harris. Oh, yeah, Richard Harris. I know who Richard Harris is, but I don't know if I care.
Wait, are we talking about the Nazi guy or are we talking about the heroin guy?
The heroin guy, the bad guy.
The Irish guy.
Yeah.
That's supposed to be an American Commando. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I retract my statement about Indiana Jones.
He was not in Indiana Jones. Neither was the KGB
other guy.
He's Marcus Aurelius in Gladiator. I know Sam doesn't like Gladiator, but won Best Picture.
Sure. No, he's an accomplished actor. I think he's won Best Actor at Cannes, probably won the BAFTA a couple times. Been nominated for the Academy Award a couple times.
English Bob in Unforgiven, and I fucking hate that movie. So,
But if you look at his filmography, like, there's no reason for him to be in this.
No, there's not.
There's no reason for him to be in this, especially because he quit drinking in 1981, and this is 1988.
Oh, you know who he is? And this is how little we fucking care, is he was fucking Dumbledore in the first one. In the first Harry
3.
Potter. Yeah, or the first
3, I don't care.
Robert Rodriguez. He was fucking Dumbledore. That's kind of a big deal.
He's a man called Horse. I mean, that was a big fucking deal. Richard Harris is a big fucking deal. Yeah. I don't care what you guys say.
I don't know what he's doing in this movie either. This is a role for Oliver Reed, and he did not show up to work that day because he was too drunk. So fucking a professional like Richard Harris shows up.
What is he doing here?
Do you want to go to the Philippines, Richard? I've never been.
That's all I can find out is that, like, in the late 70s, early 80s, he went into the tropics to clean up his life, but he was doing better stuff than this already. It makes no sense why he's in this.
Like, the first one, maybe, like, I'll take a chance on this Strike Commando, but this is Strike Commando 2. You've seen the tape. buddy. You saw the first one. Like, oh.
Super excited to work with Reb Brown. He's not here anymore. We got Brent Huff.
Oh God, what have I done?
I'm super excited because Strike Commando 2 is going to be a great picture.
What are you thinking? Whatever.
I think he lost a bet.
Yeah, might have bet in a
kind of
Filipino
bet?
bar. He lost that drinking contest of the no belching.
We quit drinking
Oh shit!
7 years before this.
Pepsi. It was a Pepsi challenge. Okay.
The drinking contest in this may as well have been a Pepsi challenge. Jesus Christ.
I think that he was at a cocaine orgy because, he stopped drinking, but that doesn't mean he stopped doing other things.
Okay.
He went teetotaling.
He what?
Tell your joke,
Teetotaler?
Jackie. Ignore
Straight
Sam.
edge?
Just tell your joke.
Okay.
She's not going to tell her joke. That was just cocaine orgy. That was her joke. That's all.
Well, I don't know what teetotaling is.
Forget about the damn teetotaling and tell your damn joke.
But what is it?
What is your joke? Yeah, we'd like to know too. And I think everybody's fucking waiting out there, but I don't think it's coming.
I think that he was at this cocaine-filled orgy party, and he accidentally slipped and fell into somebody's butt, and they were like, "Oh, you fucking owe me. That hurt." And he was like, "All right, I'll do your movie."
That's probably exactly what happened. Seen it a million times. Okay, what about Brent Huff, Sam? Are we going to talk about Brent Huff?
No, we're going to talk about Mary Steven first.
Right.
Do you recognize her?
No, she stinks.
She's the girl in A View to a Kill. She's the
She's a Bond girl,
primary.
huh? Okay.
And she was a no-name Bond girl, but Bond girl nonetheless in Octopussy, which gives her the rare distinction of being one of only a handful that got to do two.
Oh, I'm sure Sean Connery got to do too quite a bit. If you know what I'm saying,
And he smacked him around for looking at him the wrong way.
Too. Well, that's what I'm saying. One on each side, Sam. Not two chicks, just
God
one on each side.
Can we go back to this 3 T's thing?
You better watch it.
The teetotaling?
You better watch this, Jackie, or you're going to be getting a third.
A third T?
Yeah, a third hand. Sam, that's the joke. He smacked women around.
You can get like 8 T's if you put Mr. T in a kaleidoscope.
So stupid.
This is the dumbest joke I've told in months.
I have regrets. I have so many regrets. Sam, Jackie, do you seriously not know what teetotaling is?
No.
Huh. It's not doing anything.
It's being completely sober all the way,
Straight
no
edge.
drugs, no nothing. Like T is the total of the drugs that you're doing is caffeine.
It's not that interesting, but now that you know, do you feel better about yourself?
Yeah, sure, but now I'm thinking about that third hand and how you hit one with the right, one with the left, and then you swing your dick real hard and hit the third one.
I just called my long willy, Jackie. That's a bad Connery. That's a real bad Connery.
Well, when he got old, his willy wouldn't reach past his balls anymore, so the balls were always hitting him instead.
Yeah. I stopped slapping women because it hurts. Me.
Oh, God damn it.
Alrighty. Speaking of Connery in this movie, yeah.
So, Mary Steven also was Miss World in 1977.
Okay, all right.
I don't
I remember that one.
know. Is there like Miss World before Miss Universe? Doesn't it go from like Miss
America.
whatever? What is it now?
I don't know.
I don't even pay attention to this shit.
Do they still do it?
I think so.
It's not.
Yeah, there's Miss America, Miss Universe, Miss World.
I mean, why does anybody even fucking care? Like, you can be all Ted Cruz-y and be like, oh, woke America, fuck off, we should have Miss America. Ted, do you watch Miss America? Fuck no, it's boring as goddamn fucking shit. Who gives a fucking criminy? Just cancel it. Because we don't care. Right? Anybody care? I don't care.
No.
No, I don't care.
It's just ruining women's lives.
Yeah, so, like, there's no benefit to it. Fuck it.
So she started out, and here's where I'm going to get sidetracked. In Adam Ant music videos.
Okay, all right.
Do you know one Adam Ant song?
Nope. Don't even know who the hell that is.
Isn't Strokin' Adamant?
No.
Oh.
It's
Guess I don't.
like when we were kids, it was like, oh, Adam Ant's in that, or Adam Ant, and I'm like, so is this guy cool or what? So I finally was like, okay, Mary Steven's in this. I'm going to give this a whack.
Mm-hmm.
So I watched the music video to the first of the songs that Adam Ant did with Mary Steven in the music video, and watched it only long enough to see and confirm that she was in it, because it was called Ant Rap.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
And it's new wave rap. And I'm going to be as condescending as possible when I say that it was sonically bereft tomfoolery and buffoonery.
So you're saying it stinks?
It is shit. Maybe they have other good songs, but I made it about 20 seconds into this thing.
Oh, no.
Saw her voicing over his rap. I mean, and it was like this. When I say sonically bereft, it was a sonic narrow band of just clanking and him saying stupid shit like a British twat. It was awful.
Okay.
It was bad.
I will steer clear.
You know, you almost have to watch at least 20 or 30 seconds to be like, what the fuck?
Yep.
People liked this? This got a music video? And she's in Top Line, too.
Okay.
Which, did we do Top Line, or did we just...
I
I think we finally got a hold of it, and we were like, yay, Top Line!
Yeah.
And it's still not streaming anywhere.
Yeah.
Brent Huff said that this was the best shape he's ever been in his life.
Okay. I can see it. It looks pretty shredded. Not Reb Brown shredded, but pretty shredded.
And then in the verbatim interview that I read, he said, because I was doing all my own stunts, because I don't have stuntmen, obviously, for this shit, and the food.
Okay.
Which means he didn't like the food.
Oh, yeah,
because they probably don't have craft services on a Filipino Bruno Mattei. He's like, I guess he could scrounge around and find some fruit and some fish, and that was all that he was eating while he was shooting all these movies.
So many bugs. I mean, they're just putting bugs on sticks, crickets on sticks, bees on sticks, ants on sticks, wasps on sticks. It's just bugs on sticks.
Or it's just that they're probably not feeding them very good.
Well, probably not either. But, like, you know, he could still go downtown and, you know, find a food cart.
When would he do that? They're shooting 5 movies at once.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Bruno, I'm hungry. Shut up.
If you don't like scotch, you're not eating. Could you imagine that there's a high school out there in Missouri called Kickapoo High School?
Kickapoo High School.
And it's spelled just like you'd think. Kick, spelled right, a poo.
Okay.
2 O's. It's kicking a poo.
Okay.
And it has a renowned drama department for a high school.
I did not know
And
that.
2 members of its Hall of Fame are none other than Brent Huff and Brad Pitt.
Huh.
Yep.
Huh. Well. How about that?
He was also like one of the #1 underwear models before he started doing B movies. So like, I've always found him to be a real treasure whenever I run into Brent Huff in these B movies. But then to kind of find out that he's really kind of was a big deal in the modeling scene. He does have a degree in theater from the University of Missouri.
Yeah.
He's been directing movies since the early 2000s, 2 of which are supposed to be really good. He just did a documentary on the basketball player Jackie Stiles that's supposed to be real good. And then he did one in the mid-2000s called Behind the Orange Curtain, which is supposed to be hard to watch because it's about the rampant drug use of teens in Orange County.
Okay.
And that's supposed to be real good, though.
All right. Brent Huff.
But he also does awesome shit like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's been in that Nathan Fillion show, The Rookie, the whole time, apparently, as a semi-recurring character as well. So it's just like the ever-present Brent Huff, even though he was only super awesome for about 10 years there in B movies.
And still nobody knows who he is unless you listen to this podcast, pretty much.
Yeah. But I mean, but you should, because he was in the one with the what's his face that we love so much, the actual Japanese karate guy.
Sho Kosugi.
Sho Kasugi. He's in that one with Sho Kasugi. And then he's in Gwendolyn. Mm-hmm. He's in shit like this. Yeah. I mean, should be a bigger deal.
Yeah, should be. Instead, it all went to Reb Brown. All that fame and fortune.
I feel like the internet has more of a yay Brent Huff presence than Reb. Reb Brown doesn't get as much run on the interwebs as the Brent Huff.
Fortune and glory, kid. Fortune and glory.
Yeah.
All right.
That's about what I have on this thing. Oh, that guy that you're like, why is Jim Gaffigan in this movie as a Nazi? And they're like, he's not a Nazi, he's in the KGB. And you're like, what the fuck are you doing? He's wearing all white. This is obviously a Nazi in Brazil. And what in the fuck? And also, why is Jim Gaffigan in this movie? That guy's not Jim Gaffigan. His name is Mel Davidson. And he did a handful of movies in the Philippines around this time.
Well, for the sake of continuity, we're going to call him the German because
I'm calling him Gaffigan because he's Jim fucking Gaffigan.
He's the German in Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah.
The same character. So for my narrative purposes, he is the German.
They even steal the drinking scene from Raiders of the Lost Ark later.
We're going to do it, Sam. We're going to... I'm not kidding. Sean Connery appears in this episode. All right. Anything before we get started? Jackie, do you think Brent Huff's is the sexy compared to Reb Brown?
No.
Okay.
No.
That's it.
Yeah. I thought he had weird hair.
He does have kind of weird hair in this movie. It's very clay-like. Yeah. It's not greasy. It's just looks like clay. I don't know. It's hard to... Yeah. All right. So here we are. Michael Ransom from the first one is back with a different hairstyle and a different body. And
why bother?
Why bother? Yeah, why bother?
Why bother? Just call it Strike Commando 2. I didn't even remember that was his name.
Yeah.
We just watched it a few weeks ago. It's
Same
unrelated
guy.
in every way.
Same guy.
Why bother?
I don't know. Either way, he's still having flashbacks from Vietnam. He's having nightmares that are in slow motion while the audio is in real time. And I hate it when directors try to do that because it doesn't fucking work.
It sucks.
It sucks.
Well, and my only thought was, they had to slow this part down so they could get to the hour and 30 minutes.
Yeah, right.
This doesn't even go an hour and 30.
No, it's like...
It's like 72
82
minutes long or something
quick.
Like that.
It's pretty quick. But he's woken up by this guy, his buddy named Ruby, who Ruby is also from the war, I guess. I don't know. We gotta talk about the slow-mo sequence because it sucks. It does.
It sucks worse than you said. They're running in a field. There's a small explosion. Some guys die. He let's go. We got to get to the chopper. And he takes out and he's leading them. And then you're supposed to think that he got shot or something like that.
In the buttocks.
But he just falls down. Mm-hmm. He just goes, and he falls down. And then Richard Harris comes up and he's like, we got to get you out of here. And he's like, no, go on without me. Get to the chopper. Just go. Forget about me. I will writhe around on the ground here using 3 times as much effort as it would take to just stand up.
Right?
And then they take his shoe off and get him out of there.
Well,
he get in a bear trap or something?
No. It's like your flip flop that gets stuck in the mud in the river, and you lose a flip flop. He lost a kick, Sam. It happens.
Got a flat tire. Go on without me, boys.
I'll never make it. Somebody hand me a grenade. I'm taking these bastards out.
Tell the next woman that you see that she could have been my wife and that I would have loved her and said goodbye like this.
I'm never leaving you, shoe. My grandma gave me these shoes. No, the army gave you those shoes. That's what I meant.
The army gave you. Yeah.
Okay.
It made no sense.
It made no sense. So he's woken up by Ruby, this dude, and he's like, hey, man, I struggle with the PTSD too. Vietnam sucked. But did you hear about our major? He's dead. Yeah, it's in the paper right there. Yeah, pretty wild stuff, huh? Well, so I came over here to tell you that that major, he's still alive.
He's not dead.
He's not dead. What?
And this is so crappy. Try at doing the same beginning of Apocalypse Now, or Martin Sheen's doing his underwear yoga,
Right.
which I still don't get.
No.
But it's trying to do that as hard as it can, and it stinks. And the guy that's playing Ruby is just awful. He's like,
Oh man, he was
would
bad.
go with you, but the war is over for me, and then gestures to his leg. And you're like, is there something wrong with your leg? Because I can't fucking tell.
You're not the guy that was stuck in. You didn't lose your kick. That was me. I lost my kick. You're fine. I watched you run to the chopper, and we all got out. We had ice cream.
Yeah. What happened to Ruby?
I don't know.
He sprained his ankle?
Yeah, might as well be. So he's like, I was out and about, and here's the address of the CIA guy that is covering up his death. So go check it out.
Peter Rogue.
So I'll see you later. I'm going to go take the train back to, I don't know, I guess America from the Philippines. And while he's on the train, he gets stalked by the German, who corners him down at the end of the tracks, or the end of the train, and garrotes him.
Kills him in front of 53 people in broad daylight in a train car.
Now, in his defense, all those people were fucking high or drunk or something, because all of them were looking at the camera and smiling.
Yep. None of them cared that man was being killed.
Oh, you're having a great
Jim
time.
Gaffigan.
Yeah, we're on camera.
The German.
Yeah. Jim Gaffigan, the German. Oh, I love his stand-up. Ah. Look, Mom. Waving at the camera. Oh, those extras were terrible.
They were terrible. Why not do it anywhere else? Like that was they must have really just been on the way to another location.
Yeah,
We'll just shoot this out
it
with
in the
these
train.
people,
Right, absolutely. Because otherwise you could push him down
anything.
Yeah.
Well, at the back of the train, there was an open door. So why didn't he just push his ass out?
That too. Well, because that would have been a stunt, and that would have been expensive.
That would have been yeah.
But at the same time, where were you going? You know the train ends eventually. You're going to have to stand off against this guy. Do something. Instead, he's just like, oh no, dead end. I guess I'm dead-ended. Joke never. Okay. So Ransom, he checks in at this office, and he's like, yes, I have a 4:00 with Peter Berg. And Peter Rogue, sorry. And
Peter Berg.
It's
like, no, they kicked his ass out of Hollywood years ago. Did you see Battleship? I mean, I thought it was awesome, but it's terrible. Peter Berg just did something that was kind of fun not so long ago.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what that was. But anyway, he's like, okay, yeah, I don't have time to wait in a fucking lobby. I've got questions that need to be answered immediately by punching a man in the face instead of sitting down in a chair across from him and saying, so... where's the Major's okay?
Yeah. Also, Peter Rogue. That's a great name for a guy who's into laminated graphs. Did you see all the laminated graphs by like performance-based charts and shit? This is the CIA is high tech. This bar graphs. Mm-hmm. This is great. Mm-hmm. This is great stuff, Peter Rogue. You dastard. You cunning secret agent with giant graphs of your activities behind you.
You'll never see him coming.
Well, we know that he's a high achiever because did you see the size of that trophy on that guy's desk?
He's got a big
There's
ass
a
trophy.
cricket trophy.
Yeah.
Was it cricket? I couldn't tell what it was. I thought it was gymnastics.
It seemed like it was cricket.
You get medals in gymnastics, Jackie, not trophies.
That's it. I'm going to break into the world of gymnastics and start giving out plastic trophies.
Yeah. Shake things up.
And for 2 times this episode, when you bust into the world of gymnastics, you will prove that pumpers are better than tumblers.
So obscure. There's like me that got that. That's it. That's it, man. Hashtag awesome show, great job.
Encourage the listeners to find out themselves by searching whether or not pumpers are better than tumblers, and then they'll be on the be in the know.
There is proof on the internet
that tumblers are in fact better than pumpers, unless Jackie starts tumbling.
Okay, so
I'm already excellent at tumbling down the stairs.
That's true.
Tumbling in the grass.
Mm-hmm. Tumbling in the shower, breaking some hips. Speaking of broken hips, fucking I guess he got the answers. I'm not real sure because the guy's like, you're choking me. I can't breathe.
Yeah.
And then he judo chops him in the back and then like bails out the fucking window. Guys are coming like, hey, security. And so they run up there and he's already gone. So they run back downstairs and they're about to shoot at him. And then the guy gets ran over by a motorcycle. And then that motorcycle appears to be following Brent Huff very closely, but then doesn't later. Did you notice that?
Maybe he's good at actually following him, because I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be the German guy.
I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be the German guy. But
he also killed a bunch of people in the madness here.
Yeah. It's pretty weird. Like, dude, why didn't you just... You're going about this all wrong. You seriously didn't get any information. Look, I know my captain's or my major's alive. Just tell me what the story is. And, well, okay, so he's a secret agent, shadow agent, we call him sometimes. So you can't know anything about him, but he's safe. Just let him do it. Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'll go home then. And then the whole movie's over, but instead he judo chops him, which makes the movie happen. It's so stupid. All right, so
there's other things that could prevent this movie from happening.
Yeah.
We'll get to later.
So the office calls Jenkins, the dead guy, and says, hey, this guy came in, he judo chopped me. You got to get out of there. You got to get out of that sweet house that you're living in because he's on his way. He's going to know or something. And so Ransom gets to the house. He's reconning it. But behind him is the biker that ran over the guy, and he's got a sniper rifle pointed right at him. But then Ransom's dead by a guard, and then the German shoots him? I'm not sure what
then
motivations
a helicopter shows up. Wait, there's a bunch of chaos, but he eventually makes it to Richard Harris, Vic Jenkins.
Yeah, but why is the German doing what he's doing?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Because it won't make any sense even later. There's so many double crosses that the double crosses are double crossing the double crosses. It's so double crossed here that there isn't any way to go, which way are these wires supposed to be crossed? This is a total pooch screw and madness.
And also, you're glazing over the fact that Ransom is still out of fucking control because he busts into that house, and he's waving his gun all over the place, and Jenkins comes around the corner, he's like, dude!
Calm down.
What are you doing? Oh, you're okay? Yeah, I live here. Who are these guys?
In this huge house.
Guys that are here to stop people that come in and start waving guns around. Oh. I guess I'll go home now. I mean, fuck.
But instead, a helicopter shows up and goes, we're done with you, John Ransom. And he's like, oh my God, I was being used. That doesn't happen. They are talking to him as if he's their agent.
Yeah, right.
And he is not. Like, you can just go home now, John Ransom.
Good,
We found our man.
We're going to pick up Jenkins and, you just... no. I don't know.
They start mowing down dudes with an M60.
Yeah, start blowing up the whole house. There's fucking karate guys there that stop Ransom from helping Jenkins. And they put Jenkins on a chopper and ship him off. And
then the police are there immediately. The response time is amazing.
Yeah, good job in wherever this guy lives. Because I'm assuming it's not the Philippines or Vietnam.
It's the Philippines. This was shot in the Philippines.
Well, it's shot, but I'm assuming this is supposed to take place in America because there's nobody else but Americans throughout this whole sequence up till the karate guys.
No, it's supposed to be taking place in Vietnam. Because later on he says to Ransom, the bad guy says to Ransom, isn't this just like Vietnam?
Ooh. No, they actually mentioned that they have to meet somebody in Burma at one point.
Yeah, it's true. Burma was mentioned, which is no longer a place. It's Myanmar, but you sons of bitches movie. I don't know. I think there was racism involved with the name change from Burma to Myanmar. I don't know. I'm not real sure, but anyway, it's not that interesting. It's completely irrelevant to this podcast. And I don't know why I'm still talking about it. And I'm not even sure why I'm still talking about why I'm still talking about it.
Shut up, loser.
Somebody should shut me up. I'm just going. Okay. So he's gone. Ransom's arrested. He's released immediately with the help of the CIA. They're like, hey, good thing we were here to bust you out. And he's like, do you remember, like, it's funny because I just saw you this morning and you were trying to shoot me.
Yeah.
I karate chopped your boss.
Yep.
And here you are. And you're like, hey, man, so good to get you out of there. Thank God we were around.
They are now friends because the one guy's wearing a members-only vest.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Huff is wearing a members-only jacket. So they realize that they're both straight shooters at that point because members-only.
Not even opposite sides of the same coin, just the same side of the same coin.
Yeah. Cut from the same cloth, if you will.
Yeah.
Or cloth manufacturer.
Went on to make jackets. Okay.
I really want a members-only jacket.
I have one. So
you do?
Yeah, it's my dad's leather jacket. It was a members only jacket. Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah. It doesn't have the things on the shoulders though.
I need the one with the things on the
have
shoulders. It's got to have the shoulder snaps that don't do anything.
So he's taken back to Rogue's office, and he's like, "Go ahead and have a seat there, Michael Ransom, guy who karate chopped me in the back earlier." And
take a look at these charts and graphs.
Well, let me pop in this video of charts and graphs.
I have a slideshow of the same graphs on an overhead projector. Would you like to see them?
I recorded them with my handheld, and then I transferred it to VHS, and I'd like you to really trip out on they're right there, and they're also on the TV. This is 1988. Yep. We can do this now. So he shows him this hostage video, and Jenkins is like, these guys want $10 million in diamonds, or they're going to turn me over to the KGB, send a dude to this place, and it'll be all good.
So Ransom is involved with an actual ransom.
Yeah, no shit, huh?
Yeah. He's the bag man on a ransom job now.
How come the guy's name wasn't Hostage? Should have a hostage and... Yeah, okay, that's dumb. I'll move on.
Hostage and sausage.
Yeah. Okay.
A sausage hostage.
I'm held hostage by sausage every morning, Jackie. It's my own. And then I go downstairs and have breakfast, and I'm like, God damn, everything in the morning's about sausage. It's a double, yeah, whatever. So, Ransom wants to go in, and Rogue says, well, God damn it, man, you're the only one for the job. What with your back judo chopping skills, I can see you've got talent, but I'll go in. You know, I think you're the guy because before, it's funny, when you came in here, you could have just asked instead of flying off the fucking handle like a loose cannon maniac and judo chopping people's backs and smashing pictures of their families into their faces. You could have just asked. It seems like you're not good at strategy, but I'm going to send you in to fucking Burma, maybe, to free a fucking major that's going to go to the KGB without you. And also, he's just a major. Who fucking cares? Just, you know, what's the KGB going to do with him?
What could he possibly know?
What could he possibly know?
Also,
so, seems like you guys did bad in Vietnam. Is that correct? Yeah, no, we fucked up real bad in Vietnam. Okay, you're free to go now. What are they going to learn? I'm
not sure, but... And also, you know, maybe Jan Rogue has gone through the numbers again because he seems like a charts guy. And he's like, you know what? This is a bagman job. I'm not going to send my own people.
Yeah,
you can go.
Point. That's a good point. You're probably going to get captured. You don't know shit either. Like, yeah. But here's $10 million in diamonds.
At which point those diamonds can disappear. The guy gets killed. He probably stole the diamonds. It's the CIA, so... At
one point... He counts the diamonds and says that there's 10 of them, which means that each diamond is worth $1 million. These are like, they belong in a museum then, asshole. They were part of the fucking Queen's jewels. You don't just have $1 million diamonds laying around. I mean, fuck. Right?
Yeah.
How many $1 million diamonds are there in the world in today's money? Like 30?
Oh, hell, I don't know the first thing about diamonds other than if they're raw, they're worth as much as dirt because you use them to make fucking saw blades.
No, I've got them out in my garage.
You cut them up nice, then they mean marriage and people throw too much money at them.
Yeah.
Inherently, they have no value.
But...
De Beers, that's who pulled that off.
Yeah, you sons of bitches. $1 million diamonds. Jackie, doesn't that seem a little ridiculous?
Yeah, it does. Because, in any other spy movie that we've seen that involves diamonds, it's always like a little black sack and it's full of like various sizes of diamonds.
A bigger back sack, like probably like 100 or so diamonds in this bag, which I could see $100,000 diamonds, 100 of them. I could see that. $10 million diamonds? Fuck off.
That's what he's got, though.
Yep, that's what he's got. That's what the U.S. government has in somebody's desk in the Philippines. Here you go.
Here you go.
We've got a contingency. It's called $10 million diamonds.
Or it's worth $75,000 and nobody bothered to really kind of do the math on it.
So he gets on a boat. He's immediately robbed.
Before he gets on the boat, he gets handed the map and he shoves it in the front of his pants. And it's like, you're in Burma and you're on a hot boat ride. You've got 40 pockets and you're like, you know what is really good for maps? Ball sweat.
Crotch.
Maps love ball sweat.
So I'm going to burn one of my questions here. So the agent's walking him to the boat and he's like, you trust these people? Yeah, we pay them better than most. And we don't give them any temptation.
Uh-huh.
What the hell is he talking about?
I don't know what the temptation is. Like, government secrets? You're the fucking CIA. They're couriers. They're not even CIs. They're boatmen. Mm-hmm. That's it. Like, we don't give them any temptation. Like, who killed JFK? I mean, what the fuck?
We didn't tell them there's other jobs besides boatmen. Yeah.
There's a big wall and all the guys carrying the rickshaws are blocked from view because the boatmen are like, oh.
The rickshaw people and the boat people start mingling. It's going to be fucking chaos.
That's right.
So yeah, he gets robbed fucking immediately because he's sitting there playing with the goddamn diamonds, which I get, dude. If I had $1 million diamonds, I'd probably be fingering them too. Even if like just was a kid and I had pocket full of rocks, I'd play with fucking rocks, But so they're like, give us the fucking diamonds, and he's like, not on your life, because
no, he just points at his ear like, I can't hear you.
Yeah.
Which is like the most childish thing to do, right? Like, how many of us have pretended to be deaf so that we like, oh, I didn't hear you.
Yeah.
So that you could get out of something, right?
Mm-hmm. And then he proceeds to do the exact same friggin' thing that he did from the previous movie, except for without grenades.
Without grenades, this is basically the same fight scene, even culminating by the strangulation and the stab through the mattress thing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So he kills all those guys. Now he's, I guess, driving the boat himself, which why did he even need the boatman? Whatever. Free boat, I guess. Like, now that
free boat.
This is my boat.
Yeah, that's why he couldn't do it with grenades, because he needed the boat this time.
Meanwhile, the German is like, is that a U-boat?
No, it's a me boat.
Okay. So then Indiana Jones starts for the first time, Raiders of the Lost Ark, in the bar with the beer drinking contest. And this is not a way to show that this lady's as tough as Karen Allen. I'm sorry.
No, they're chugging 10-ounce beers.
Uh-huh. And not allowed to belch.
They're not doing it until somebody falls over the drunk. It's the first person who burps loses. And then she will win, I guess, some cash and possibly kick everyone out for the rest of the night. Right. And it's early in the day. You're not going to make any money that way.
There's throngs of people supporting them, being like, throwing bets down. Oh, who's going to burp first? Oh, this is big time. This is what we do here. No, this is not tough shit. Karen Allen drank a freaking gallon of freaking vodka to kick that guy's ass. And then she went on to burn her own bar down and went on to... Yeah, no, this sucks. This sucks. But it's almost shot for shot the exact same thing.
Yeah. There's a bartender. Huff sort of gets with him and gets a... ambiguous liquor that is supposed to be gross.
Right.
Eventually, the burping contest or not burping contest will be won by Mary Seven, and she kicks everybody out.
She kicks everybody out, just like in fucking Indiana Jones, and starts talking to Indiana Jones, and then in walks the fucking German and his local muscle.
Who are ninjas.
Are they local?
Yeah,
they're ninjas.
They're ninjas, Jackie. Everybody in this movie is a ninja because everything from this period of time was racism. Like, if you are Asian, you are a ninja. Yeah, so they're just local hired help. Just like in fucking Indiana Jones, the German hired Mongolian muscle, who were probably also ninjas. Dr. Jones. we meet again, Dr. Jones. So he's like, give me the diamonds, Dr. Jones. I need to put them on top of the staff. And he's like, I don't, here you go. Fine. And he's like, you think I don't know what these are? And crushes them in his hand. What were they?
It was the ice.
It was ice?
The ice. Yeah, and he was like, these are not diamonds. They're all wet and drippy.
And cold.
Because they're ice in Burma.
Dang it, I thought this was going to work.
Why did he have to get out the monocle thing to look at the ice?
Right, he looks at it
Are you that fucking dumb?
It's cold. I know that this is frozen water. This isn't a trick. It's not even close to a trick. It's ice. Oh,
why are they so cold? They were in your pocket.
Right. They're in a
because
bag.
My testicles are chilling, you villain. That's terrible.
Oh, I see you know German humor. Well, it seems I've met my match. Okay, so he's like, yeah, this is ice. Fucking ninjas attack. And so they do, and the fucking bartender, as like the ninjas are being threatening, grabs a big ass shotgun, and it seems like he's going to be ready to go. But then as soon as the ninjas start attacking, the only thing he shoots is one of the oil lamps, causing the bar to burn down. And then he gets shot in the chest.
He gets shot in the chest.
Oops.
There's a bunch of ninja fighting. Apparently there was eyes made between Ransom and his new girlfriend, and she knows that the diamonds are actually in his shitty drink, and she's getting that all sorted out. At which point she's like, we got to get out of here. I've got 3 cases of dynamite.
Karen Allen didn't have dynamite.
No.
Yeah. Why would you have dynamite, though, is a question that I would like. I mean, Karen Allen she knew how to run a bar. This lady brings dynamite to her bar and kicks her patrons out.
They do a good job answering why she has dynamite later.
Oh?
Yeah, I won't ruin this, but under a certain circumstance, she just looks at him and goes, I've led a very interesting life, before she does something she also shouldn't be able to do.
Irrelevant to dynamite, though.
But it's not, because she's led a very interesting life.
Yeah.
That dynamite could come in handy for the things that I know how to do.
Keep it in my bar.
It's the only building she owns, I think.
All right, so it blows up. It's gone. And she's running around. She's got the diamonds. She runs into the German, and he grabs the diamonds. She's like, oh, no, you're going to rape me, right? And he's like, no, I don't rape women. I shoot them. And she's like, oh, dang it. And so Ransom swings in on a fucking vine and kicks him in the chest, and he grabs the diamonds, and they're out of there.
They do some covert crawling, and she's just shaking her ass directly in his face. Yeah. It was like that. You couldn't get more assy about your crawl right now. I like what you're doing here, but this is weird.
Mm-hmm.
Not to mention it had to be uncomfortable for him, because wonder if she wasn't so fresh.
Mm-hmm.
She's in a pair of jeans in the jungle.
They're in the Philippines. Everybody's hot.
Yeah. Everybody's got sweat crotch, right?
Yeah. Suddenly this place smells a whole lot more swampy assier than it usually does. And it smells pretty swamp assy like all the time. But man, it just got weird. Okay, so she's like, I'm your business partner. You owe me $50,000 for that bar. It goes worse than that because she hides one of the diamonds, which we know to be worth $1 million each. And she's like, you know what? I'll take $50K. And he's like, fine, we'll split the profits. What profits? You're a courier for a hostage pickup. There's no money. I mean, the bad guys get the money, not you. You get the guy.
I think he's just tricked her. He's like, okay, that sounds great because I don't know where I am and you apparently do.
Yeah.
You can have half of whatever we make, which is going to be nothing because, lady, I'm a fucking bag man.
What are we talking about? Like 300 million? We're going to change those diamonds and no, we're going to change them for a guy. So you get half of him. I'll take top.
Ooh.
You get the bottom. Right down the middle, Sam. Right. It's fair as fair. Gonna have some of that thigh meat.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to split him laterally? Oh, okay. That's gonna be a little bit more tricky. We're gonna need a laser and a table.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna start at the nuts. You want me to talk? No, we're gonna eat you.
Or a bandsaw and some rain ponchos.
That's Sean Connery again. Oh my God, I just snuck him in one more time.
I expect you to die, Mr. Bond.
Well, odd way of going about it. I mean, how long is this going to take? I've got women to slap.
Oh, foul.
So she knows where Guan Tao's camp is, who is like the sub bad guy of this whole fucking thing. And she's like, go away. Here's my swamp butt. And he's like, okay, well, I'm going to go in alone. You stay here. Meet me over there after I go in. Why do you got to go in to make money? No, the guy, we're going to get a guy. Okay, so we're going to split it. And so he's like, here, you take the diamonds. This seems like a terrible idea because if I get captured, I'm going to die. She should just fuck off. She doesn't.
She doesn't.
Well, instead, she gives him a fair warning about this guy and says, you got to be careful. He likes to sexually hurt
torture.
women. Torture women.
Yeah. Oh, good thing.
And he's like, what does that have to do with me?
Yeah, I'm cool
just
then.
Letting you know.
I'm cool then. I'm good. I also like to sexually torture women, so I think this is going to go great for everybody but the women.
The camp is a site for they're refining heroin.
They're finding it?
They're refining
heroin.
refining.
Okay.
They're finding
And
it.
there it is.
They're beating the bushes with a
found
stick,
the
and then if the
heroin.
heroin jumps out, then they grab it.
Hey guys, there's some heroin under these palms. Come here. It's good.
The lizard's got it. You got to catch him.
Heroin lizard. Bum, 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 bum. Godzilla comes, smashes Tokyo. I was high. It's just like Cocaine Bear.
But no one goes, oh, wait, they're into heroin? What the fuck do they care about $10 million?
Right, no shit. No shit.
And the guy's like, I've made hundreds of thousands of dollars. Well, then you're not a very good heroin dealer, are you,
Not doing
sir?
it right. You can't find it under trees. You gotta, okay. So, he busts into the heroin lab and he grabs the scientist guy, the chief, whatever you're doing, the Walter White of fucking heroin in this scenario. I don't know what that job title is.
I don't think he's even that. He's just like a guy, because he's the guy in the M60 with the helicopter from earlier.
Yeah, but he's the white guy, so I'm assuming he's he's got a good job. He's high up in the ranks because it's, 80s racism.
He counts the money and only skims so much they keep him around.
Right. So he grabs him and he's like, take me to Vic Jenkins. Okay. So he does. And then they just leave. Like, he's in a hut and he's like, oh, hey, you guy. Hey, you're here. Yeah.
Did you bring the diamonds?
No, fuck the diamonds. We don't need them. The door's unlocked, Vic. Let's just go. You don't even have a guard. Yeah. I should be suspicious about this, but I'm trusting everything's on the up and up. That you don't have a guard. The door's unlocked. It seems like you were just in here listening to Tom Jones and enjoying a nice Mai Tai. But, I would think you'd be getting tortured, the nipple clamps, and bring us the diamonds, and you'd be all cut up and beat up. But no, you seem fine. You're wearing khakis. I should be having red flares, but I'm trusting your word right now, Vic Jenkins, that this isn't a setup.
It's not a setup, Ransom. This is
okay.
what it is.
All right.
I'm old. I've got some cataract issues. It was getting pretty late. I can't see well at night. I got a bum knee from the war. And, I've got an enlarged prostate. So they just kind of figured I wasn't going to run away into a jungle.
Oh, okay. The old age.
That's why I'm not
Yeah,
guarded.
okay. Good tactic. We learned that in Espionage 106, right, Vic? Yeah. 106 was it. Okay, all right. So the Tom Jones was just, they gave you the Tom Jones to help your cataracts? Yeah. Okay, let's go.
And this wonderful heroin.
Yeah, and the heroin. So they run out. They don't run out. They walk out because it's fucking casual Friday there. And the hostage is like, he tries to get away. So he bonks fucking our guy, Ransom. Nice work, Ransom. And then falls down a hill. And Jenkins is at the bottom of the hill because he's really fast.
Yep. None of that other stuff he said earlier was the truth.
No. Wait, man, how'd you get down there so fast? Oh. Look over there. So they're walking back to wherever, and we're gonna skip the bug thing because it's stupid. And they get to the evac zone, and there's a chopper, and it's crashed into a tree. It looks like it's been there for a long time, and the pilot falls out, and he's dead, and he's like, was that my chopper?
He's looking pretty fresh. He's looking pretty fresh.
Yeah, was that my chopper? Because that chopper's been here for like, the tree is growing out of the chopper, not the chopper going into the tree. But how'd that guy get up there? I think that's my chopper. And Vic,
I also like that there had to be another guy that was up there that was like, and cue body, and pushes him off.
Yeah.
Dramatic effect, everyone.
it's a double cross. No, what? No way, man. You told me that you were. Oh, God.
That's right. I lied about my cataract.
God damn it. This is like the
And my
third
bum
time
knee.
it's happened to me in this year. God dang. So, I mean, funny story. I was down at the track and this guy told me that he could sell me this Rolex. And he opened up his coat and he's like, these are real Rolex. I just do this over and over and over again. I'm so trusting.
Well, why don't you come back to camp and we can discuss your future.
And give me give the diamonds. I can't give you the diamonds because I gave them to a fucking lady I just met yesterday. I mean, seriously, it's kind of funny, right, Vic?
It is. It's hilarious that I even want diamonds when I have a heroin fortune. I mean, why do I even want these diamonds? Why did I ransom myself for 10% of what I make in 3 months?
What are we doing here, Vic? I gotta know. Like,
Hey, they owe me for retirement.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get my pension living out in this shithole.
yeah. All right, so they take him back to camp, and Jackie, like he says, offers him a job. And he's like, how about you come work for me and also wear those diamonds? And, oh, God, you idiot. You gave them to a lady. I don't know where they are. All right, well, no job for you. Let's torture
what's
you.
happening here? Because earlier in the movie, he's like, I don't care about the diamonds. I don't care about money. I only care about Vic. And then Vic's like, you want to come work for me? He's like, no.
No.
Where are the diamonds? No. I now only care about some lady I met yesterday.
Maybe he's finally learned his lesson, and he's not going to trust anybody anymore because he's a sucker. Just every time.
I trusted Ruby that his leg was bad. It didn't look like anything had happened to him. I just took his word for it.
Never trusted anybody ever again. So, Rosanna, she poses as a hooker and gets onto the hooker delivery bus and comes into camp.
The buddy bus.
The buddy bus, yeah.
Little buddies or whatever that bus was called. It was very appropriate.
It's the Vanga bus.
Buddy lift or something like that.
Yeah.
Then the old man comes out and says, welcome to Illinois, or whatever the Six Flags. It was Six Flags.
Six Flags.
Yeah.
Six Flags.
We're going to have a great time. I'm the Monopoly guy. I've got hookers.
But, I kind of feel bad for these ladies as they're getting off because there's only like maybe 5 or 6 of them. And this is probably at least a 20 guy operation, right?
Yeah. Well, 20
They're
guys.
gonna
He blows away like 20 guys in the first fight. Yeah, no, there's like 60 guys, Jackie.
They're going to get banged to death.
Yeah, it's not. You didn't bring
They
enough.
came here to die.
You should have brought more horse.
No, they looked like they were, primed pretty. They were at least they were all drunk when they got off.
Yeah,
so
that's true. If anybody can take 60 guys, Jackie, it's a team full of Filipino whores.
Oh my God!
Why would you say that?
Why would you say that?
I'm just saying.
Just saying. What the fuck?
That's what the movie says. So I'm not Michael Ransom. I trust this movie. I think it's authentic. I don't know. All right, so she gets set up to Guano, and he opens up his shirt, and he's got another guy living inside him. It's really weird.
She's wearing a much nicer dress than everyone else, so it look Asian because she's obviously not in a wig, and he's wearing a weird dragon bathrobe. And I swear to God, the same shot as in Secret Agent Super Dragon.
It might be, yeah. That's a weird one
Not
to rip
that he
off.
would steal from that movie, but I'm like, ooh, Secret Agent, Secret Agent, Super Dragon. I can't even say it.
Yeah, this is weird because I think you actually secretly like that movie.
But I can't stay awake when trying to watch it.
Okay. Meanwhile, Ransom is getting burned with painted rocks. Thought that was pretty gruesome.
Yeah.
He sterilized it first, though, because he pulled it out of the coals, poured some alcohol on it, put it back in the coals.
You don't have to sterilize something that's white hot.
Yeah, and you're torturing, like...
And it didn't make a steam sound. It didn't do anything.
No, because it was a fucking painted rock. It's a fucking painted rock. It's not even hot. Silly.
And then we don't even get to see when it touches him or anything. We just see him kind of trying to back away as he's shackled to the ceiling.
I read in the IMDb trivia, and I'm surprised Sam didn't talk about this, that they actually cut this movie's torture sequences for it being too gruesome.
In Germany.
Which...
We saw the gruesome torture.
Oh, the electricity. Oh, okay. I thought it was cut everywhere. Anyways, so he's getting tortured. Where are the diamonds? He's like, I don't fucking know. Oh, hey, look, there's there's that lady I met yesterday. How about that? So she's up with Guado, and she's like, I propose a toast. And she's like, oh, cool. And he's like, Quaid, start the reactor. And then he gets pretty not friendly and breaks her fucking wrist, basically, for no reason.
He's getting weird about it. Wanto's getting weird about it. And so she's like, okay, that's cool. Let's do it the way you like. And she fucking stabs
him right in the fucking back. And he's like, and then he does a really good eat shit Ben Kingsley and just falls over. It's pretty good. Yeah.
But not before he's stolen this little bag that she had on her garter.
Diamonds.
She brought the
the diamonds.
She brought the diamonds?
She brought the diamonds.
To the whore thing?
Yeah.
Yep.
God damn it. Why did I give that lady those diamonds?
And then he's been freed by his awesome upper body strength and leg lock. And right after she stabs him, a ninja busts in to avenge Wanto. And he just blows this guy away and just jumps in with an M60, and they do the "what are you doing here" thing. But it's like, he doesn't even know she's in there. He doesn't care. She's like, "What are you doing here?" He's like, "I'm just blowing away dudes with an M60. What are you doing here?"
What are you doing here?
Well, I mean, like, I have obviously got purpose here. What is your purpose?
But she can't get the diamonds out of the dead guy's hand because rigor mortis sets in super fast in Vietnam.
Right.
And he's just got an iron grip, Wanto. Yeah. And then also Brent Huff is like, M60 freedom! And starts blowing away. So she doesn't have even a chance to really get going with the diamond recovery. She's swept away in a hail of 50 caliber murder.
She is also starting to have a lot of fun because he tosses her an M16 and she starts to have a pretty good time with it. She's yelling and screaming and saying, "Eat lead, fuckers!" Because she's got this. We forgot to mention her accent. Like
she's from Sweden.
Okay, it's borderline Wizowie. Half the time I couldn't fucking tell what she was fucking saying, but it's It's thick. When she talks shit, you're going to die.
When Bruno Mattei was like, make it crazy, she's like, oh, crazy I can do.
Yeah.
Because she starts screaming and shooting people, and I'm like, that bitch is crazy.
So they steal the hooker van that she came in on, and they're driving away, but it's filled with guys because they saw a movie one time that was really successful, and Bruno was like, let's do the exact same fucking thing. Shot for shot. The bar sequence before was a few shots that were the same. Every single sequence, guy in the back sees guys tumbling off while they're climbing towards the cab, and then says, I'm going to get up there. And then, like, one guy comes in the cab, shoots at Indy. I think Indy got hit, though, right?
No.
Or did he miss? Okay. And then, like, Indy gets kicked out of the car at one point and then climbs back in.
This is the
kicks
shot.
The guy.
It's the same.
It's shot for shot. It's insane. I can't believe how much of a ripoff it is.
It's such a ripoff.
Like,
well, how can you not believe that? It's Bruno Mattei. That's all he does is rip shit off.
holy fuck. Put a spin on it.
I'm impressed that they were able to pull off this ripoff as good as they did it. I'm like, good job.
Except for the externals where the truck is like trying to shake the guys off the sides and it's doing like 4.
4.
It's not moving
It's only
fast.
going 15 when the guy crawls under the bar, but it's still a dangerous stunt.
Yeah.
And this is the most dangerous stunts I've seen in a Bruno Mattei movie.
And nobody gets ran over.
Almost. When they run into the scaffolding later, there's a guy that almost gets run over.
Yeah, that's true. He dodged a bullet. That was a dangerous stunt. But
it was dangerous.
I'm not sure that was a stunt, Sam. Those guys might have just been Filipino workers. This is a Bruno Mattei movie, right?
Yeah.
Hey, think we can run those guys over? Those guys working over there? Are you going to pay them? No. They're already getting paid for their work. Just
Brent, you have to do your own stunts and your own driving, so what is how this is going to go? Just drive into that thing.
Yeah,
What? Just drive into that thing.
Those are actual people. Yeah.
But they're building a wall. We're going to yell drunk American about 15 feet before you get there, and they'll scatter. Trust me.
I'm in. All right, so all the guys are gone. You've already seen Raiders of the Lost Ark. And he pulls over, and he frees Rosanna from the back, and she slaps him. She's screaming at him, and she tells him about the diamonds, and he's like, why did I give those to you? God damn it. I gave them to somebody stupider than me.
Yeah. Also, I said I didn't care about diamonds, but now I fucking don't care. Like, everything is a lie, so I'm like, I guess I should be rich.
Yeah.
And this is a great moment for me, because when that happens, I'm like, so they're going to have to come back for these. How is the movie going to just embrace that fully? And it does. She's like, well, what do we do now? Like, well, duh, we got to go back for the diamonds.
Dumbass.
You're like, oh my God, they're going to actually go back for the diamonds after this daring Indiana Jones escape.
Back up the hill.
Back up the hill. And she's like, oh, fuck that. We've got better ways to do this. I can fly a helicopter. And he's like, what the fuck? You can fly a helicopter? It's like, yes, well, I have dynamite. He's like, okay, I guess so. Why not? You're in.
I'm still not sure why dynamite and helicopters are tied together, Sam. Like,
well, some lady that wins non-burping contests that can fly a helicopter and has dynamite, I just feel like there's more gaps that you could fill in, and you're like, oh, okay, this all makes sense now.
yeah, but why'd you keep it at the
not
bar?
to mention that when he threw her that gun, there was no hesitation. She knew how to use it.
And she was enjoying the murder.
But why'd you keep the dynamite at the bar? Well, because somebody told me I should. Oh, you've got the same problem I do. Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, can you actually fly a helicopter? Because it would have been hilarious if she was like, I can fly a helicopter, but it turns out she can't. Like, God damn it, I take everybody's word for it. But she does. They steal a chopper and they start headed back. And he's shooting grenades out of a grenade launcher, blowing the hell out of fucking everything. And, like, I'm pretty sure he blows up the building where the diamonds are, too. That was not great.
This is a fun, like, he's got a canister launcher and a grenade, M50 grenade launcher on an M16, and you get to play Name That Explosion, because none of these are from this movie.
Yeah, right. No shit.
I couldn't really name any of them, though. They didn't seem very familiar to me.
And I like how they had time to get some additional weapons, but she didn't have time to change out of that dress.
Right.
Why? They're going to get her all wet in that dress later, and I liked it.
So they land and they split up. He's like, you go for the diamonds. I've got something else to do. I've got murder on my mind. So he goes up and he goes up to the freaking heroin lab and just starts unloading his M60 on it. Just Ramboing the fucking hell out of this place. Nobody's in it. And he's just screaming, Jenkins! Round after round. Jenkins! So stupid.
I intentionally used 3 lines of my paper to make a giant Jenkins, and I wrote it so hard that I broke my pen. That's how hard he's screaming Jenkins. Because he broke my pen.
All right, so question number 1 of the podcast. Who did it better, Reb Brown or Brent Huff, while throwing lead and screaming the villain's name? Because that's what Reb Brown did in Strike Commando.
See, I already forgot about that. I'm not going to forget about this.
Okay, all right. Sam's a team.
I'm with Sam.
Team Huff, huh?
Team Huff.
Okay.
Yeah.
It
was overly dramatic.
I liked Reb Brown's a little better.
Okay.
And it kind of seemed like he was going to crap his pants.
He needed
so
to have the Jean-Claude Van Damme vibrating face when he did. If he'd done that, he would have got me over the edge.
Yeah.
Okay. So he blows the hell out of that lab, and Rosanna finds Quanto. He's getting prepped for burial, and she's like, oh, no. But then the diamonds just fall out of his hand. Now they just plop onto the ground, and she's like, oh, cool. Huh.
Yeah, she's like, oh no, this is terrible. I'm like, are you so bad at looking for stuff?
Yeah.
His hands are still closed. You should just check.
Yeah. I take everybody's word for it, including dead bodies. So Ransom.
Also, you just invaded a heroin facility with a dude that's mowing down people with an M60 like he's mowing a lawn. You're probably going to find something of value there.
Yeah.
Even if you lost the diamonds.
True that. Yeah, what they do later, there's a whole the whole table full of money, and they just walk away from that. Ransom
they killed that guy. Why didn't they just...
They didn't kill that guy. Richard Harris just
we're
goes,
at
all
that
right.
scene. He finds Ransom, or Ransom finds Jenkins, and once again, Jenkins is like, you've done pretty good for yourself here. I think you've got some real great managerial skills. Would you like a job? Again, I'm offering you another. That's all I got. I don't have diamonds, and I'm lonely. Work for me, please. No, I don't want to work for you. Stop it.
He's like, so I would have ordinarily said yes at the beginning of the movie if you would have just called me on the phone and said,
yeah,
hey, come work for me. I'm doing heroin and I'm making heroin in Burma.
Right.
And I've been like, sure.
Oh.
But I just met a girl who really has crazy murder eyes when she shoots people, keeps dynamite randomly in places that she shouldn't, and knows how to fly a helicopter.
Yeah.
So, sorry, bro, I'm in love.
Is he? I guess so. I guess he is. He does love her. Okay. So he's like, no, I'm good on the job. I'm going to shoot you instead. And he's like, no, I'm not going to shoot you. I'm going to fight you with a knife. But he's going to stab him in the face. And then he slams the knife on the table and says, now we're even, because in Vietnam, you saved my life when I lost my shoe. And, now I lost my shoe. Now you lose this table. Now we're even.
And that drug lab that was probably semi-expensive to set up.
Funny thing about blowing up the drug lab is I just got in there and I went fucking nuts. I mean, I didn't even really care about the heroin at all this whole time, but man, it's something about shooting up an H lab. I don't know if you've ever done it, but sorry, but I was just having fun.
Yeah, that's a good time. And part of you at this point is like, is Richard Harris going to come back and they have to shoot him or whatever? But after they even is like, no, he's like, done. I'm going to grab all this cash that you don't care about and I am piecing out. Yeah. See you later.
I'm cutting my losses. $100,000 I made from running a heroin empire.
He's got a ton of whatever that is. There's
dong?
At least 2 suitcases
He's got a ton
full
of dong,
cash.
Sam, because that's what Filipino currency is, dong, and It has about the exchange. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. It has about the same exchange rate as the
same
yen.
exchange as dong. No, but
it's not
have
worth
it
a
in
lot.
large-
He got a table full of money. It's like worth like $60, dude.
No, they have it in larger denominations. So even though it's like you're not going to print something on, you're not going to spend more printing something than it's worth. So yeah, maybe one dong isn't worth a lot, but 10,000 dong, and you can start talking to me.
See, my minimum is at least 50,000 dong, and then I'll talk to you. Dong, 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 dong.
I have amassed a criminal empire of selling heroin, and we've accumulated 50,000 dong. How much is that worth in American money? $32.
That's what I'm saying, though. Like, you got these 10,000 dong bills, and there's stacks of them. We're talking about maybe 5 trillion dong right there.
So many stacks of dong. Okay. All right, so he's leaving. The German comes out, though, and he grabs Rosanna, and Ransom fights him fist to fist, just like in the last time, but with no headbutts. And it's a pretty fun fight. It's not the same as last time, but it's fun.
Yeah, it's good, and you know that there's no time for choreography, so I want to really give it to these two for improvised fight.
Yeah, I think they freelanced.
This is a really good improvised mud fight.
Mm-hmm. There was a couple times where they got up and like kind of looked at each other's punches and stuff, and I was like, this is a fake fight. Nice job, guys.
And I will say it was nice to see men mud fighting.
Oh, brother.
Especially the one without the shirt. But, you know, the other guy, it was funny because when this fight started, you know, Ransom takes off his shirt and the other guy's like, I'll loosen my tie.
Yeah, right.
I don't look that nice.
Yeah. Oh.
I got dad bod. Take that, Ransom.
Brent Huff, goddamn you. That's not fair, Brent Huff. Well, have you seen craft services? You should try it here. It's not good. You look like me. It's just fish and fruit. Fish and fruit.
Yep, just the fish and the fruit. Don't eat anything else.
Meanwhile, the building that Jenkins was in exploded, and everybody gets covered in dong.
It's a raining dong. Hallelujah. It's a raining dong. Amen.
So you would actually go into a Filipino strip club and make it rain dong?
Hey, I thought that was allowed here. You know what I liked about this fight, though, is it ends with him giving him the crippler crossfire.
He gives him an arm bar and puts it to rest. I'm like, to death? No,
death.
It's not to death, because he's like, oh, you just choked me out. Now I'm going to fucking shoot you. And then love is realized when they hold hands on top of a 45 and blow him away.
Family that kills together. They shoot him in unison.
Together,
I have never
with one
seen
gun.
that before. It was so dumb. And I loved it. And then they walk off, and she's like, I guess we're moving to Beverly Hills. And I assume, and she says, and you can live in my mansion. Mansion boy. I call you fuck boy.
Yeah, and he likes it.
And he likes it.
They're gonna be okay.
They're gonna be okay. We're not.
There's whenever movies say happily ever after, you can always ask questions like, oh no, they're gonna get divorced after they have two kids or whatever.
No.
These two happily ever after
Until they end up in jail for fucking blood feuds.
and they'll spring themselves out and kill more people.
Yeah.
Happily ever after.
Right. Yeah.
Yep, they've got a good lawyer.
She'll put on a fancy dress and be like, I'm a prostitute. And people will just be like, okay, come on into this prison, lady. And then I brought dynamite from my bar and blow everybody up. And they walk right out. Yep. Go on to the next town and destroy it too.
Destroy it too.
All right, questions.
What the fuck does he want with $10 million in diamonds? Because he's ransoming himself for $10 million in diamonds when he already makes more than that off of his heroin.
But he doesn't, Sam. That's what you're missing. He says in the movie, he's made hundreds of thousands of dollars in heroin. He's bad at it.
He's doing it wrong.
He's bad at heroin.
So he's ransomed himself for diamonds when he doesn't really know anything of value. And the CIA is like, sure, well, here's the diamonds, give it to that guy so he can fuck off. But I guess it's only $75K worth of diamonds anyway.
True, that's a good point.
So, nobody,
He does say in the movie, because they do ask him, why did you want $10 million worth of diamonds? And he was like, because I'm owed it. It's part of my pension.
Right.
And my retirement fund. First, they burnt me out as an agent and out of the military, and then they're going to burn me out here, and I have nothing to fall back on.
Other than my heroin business that is worth way more than $10 million if I actually knew how to do heroin business.
Maybe, I mean, even if this was just a startup, because that's a pretty small lab, right? But he's on the right track to, riches. Yeah. I mean, he's going to own half of Burma if he keeps it up with that.
I don't have to fuck with the U.S. government or the CIA. I'm done. I'm just going to do
really the amount of piracy that happens in those shipping lanes. Like, he's got everything. This is a fast track to
I'm probably going to pirate $10 million in diamonds just by shipping his heroin around.
Yes.
Oops, I fell into $10 million in diamonds. I do not need to be kidnapped by my own men.
No, he fell into 10 million dongs.
Which is like $150.
Yeah.
Scrooge McDuck would never swim in a dong.
Yeah, vat of dongs. Okay, Jackie, questions?
Nope.
Okay, I don't really either. I kind of ran out of paper. Room, so I didn't have time to write anything down. Anything else, Sammy?
No.
Okay. Final recommendations. Jackie, you go first.
I'm going to give it a do.
Okay.
I had a really good time with this movie. It was fun ripping on it, and it had a weird storyline, and it was just so hodgepodge and weird, and the music was just fantastically odd and off, and I was like, this is just amazing.
Okay.
Do.
Sam?
Do. This was super fun. Everything she just said. Plus, I'm starting to wonder if there's Brent Huff don'ts out there, because I haven't ran into one yet.
That's a good point. I am also going to give it a do. In comparison to the first one, though, if I was on a deserted island, I could only have the first one or the second one. I'm a Reb Brown guy. I like the first one better, but this one's still fun.
Yeah. The other thing about the first one is that it's right there with in the most fun Reb Brown. So it's like, if you don't like the first one better, you just don't like Reb Brown at all.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
it's true.
I agree.
But it's a rare occurrence where a franchise of something like this would get 6 dues out of us. Like, this is a strong franchise for bad movies. Usually one is like, oh, that one's pretty good, and then the second one's like, draggy as shit. Yeah. No, these are a great combo for sure. I'd like to have both of these on Blu-ray if they ever release them.
They do. Severin, I think, is what it's called.
Okay.
Has them. Severin Films. And I believe you can buy it as a 2-pack, and I don't think it's that much money.
All right, so there it is, Sammy.
Probably just check that out.
Yeah, I should check that out.
So now I know what I'm getting both of you for Christmas.
Cool.
Sam wants a members-only jacket with the bullshit flaps
which
on
is
the top.
worth like $700 now, so yeah. And I'm getting
I think most of them
$10 movie.
Because they all dissolved because they were either polyester or poorly made.
It belongs in a museum.
It doesn't hold up well enough for the museum, Dad.
Oh, how it breaks the heart and the head. Okay, next week we are off again. Sorry to keep doing this to you guys, but it's summer and we got travel plans. So we're going to be off next week. After that, we should have 2 in a row. Sam, it will be your pick. Where are you at?
I believe we're going to go back to The Tomb, if it's still on YouTube, with the Fred and Ray movie.
Okay. And last bit of business, I want to give...
I will be in Kansas City over the weekend.
Okay, I don't think anybody cares about that.
Maybe somebody is in Kansas City that
And
wants my
what
autograph.
are they going to do? They're going to fucking stalk you? That's fucking weird, dude. Don't encourage that. Hey, can I come meet you in a dark alley someplace? No, don't do that.
Got 157,000 dong.
Yeah, so much dong. Bags of fucking dong. I want to give a shout out to our patrons on Patreon, especially our good friend JR, who just upped his contribution to $35, which means on a monthly basis, mind you, which means that JR
thank you.
is owed a t-shirt, a Sticker Madness t-shirt, and I wrote him back, and I know he's listening, and he didn't give me his address. Dude, you got to write me back and get me your address so I can get you a sweet Sticker Bandits t-shirt.
Don't do it, JR. He's probably just trying to stalk you.
Yeah,
he's probably just going to be like, I have 157
dongs. So many dongs. You also could get a t-shirt, dear listener, if you subscribe to us on patreon.com/Sticker Madness. And if you are willing to check down, I think it's only $25. Oh, well, I should know this better, but I think it's $25 to get a t-shirt. Might be $30. You're supporting your favorite podcast or your 13th favorite podcast, whichever.
But we do appreciate it. And thank you to all of our patrons. It's very kind and generous of you, and we do appreciate it.
And,
we really do. And the t-shirts are pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like mine.
All right, that's your show, guys. I hope you have a great week. Actually, 2 weeks, and get to the chopper.